Don't touch the ball, it's over, call it close, but we all know what this is gonna be. You came and failed the test, you met the best, expected chess, but got monopoly. I came and bought you out, I knocked you out, I crouched you out with no apologies. I am the hope, the heart, the faith, the spark, the one who will fulfill the prophecy. I just been counting, never lounging, climbing up mountains, bouncing back. Step in the ring, about you step back. They'll learn how when I get on the track. I like it louder than most. Watching all these shit just buy down to the goat. If I can't decide, I'ma probably get both. We done celebrate, but right now I'm a toast. Resurrected ghost. Outside, outside, looking at the stars, staring with my mouth wide. I ain't letting nobody stop me this time. With every single level that I reach and I climb, they ask, are you
sitting down? What else is new? All right, guys, the deal is officially done. Gooseneck is sold. Didn't take long at all. Had a bunch of inquiries, but ended up selling it on Facebook. Thanks to everybody that ended up reaching out and emailing. I know some people were thinking about buying it, didn't end up biting the bullet. And my man right here behind us ended up pulling the trigger on it, and now she's on her way out. Farewell to the PJ, my friends. It was on borrowed time, but hey, everything happens for a reason. I know it's going to a good home, good family. They're gonna put it to use. Hazard's good. Like I said, I mounted it to my old trail. I have the opportunity to throw that next down. Well, that looks badass. I haven't even had a chance to acknowledge that thing, dude.
Like, follow, and share.
All right, this girl knows. Good job. You're gonna be a YouTube star one day.
Yep.
She'll be able to squeeze right by. It gets tight, but it works. It was a good run with the PJ. It was a short run, but a good run. I wish I could have used that trailer more, but as time progressed, things evolved, mostly being my needs and my time and my interest. I'm excited to start shopping around for a potential air brakes project. The market's kind of crazy right now, so we have to be patient, but hopefully we can find what we're looking for. But I don't want to take on too many projects at one time, biggest project being the pole building, and that's what we're gonna transition into here on the vlog this morning. You guys can hear we've got some backup alarms in the background, some banging and clanging, and that means we are making progress. We're gonna get into what's happening on the inside by our friends over at JDS Construction who are coming out today to help us out, further the progression of the project. You guys can see they rolled out in the F450 as well. Compliment to Convict over there too. We got double F450 action here in the driveway. Got little man out to supervise the action, wifey to make sure he's being supervised, and now let's talk about the changes that have been made to the building. We've got all of our exterior tin on, compliment to some work that we did the other day. Didn't film all that much of it because I was actually out working on my CDL, but we had Jake, Mike, and a few other guys up here to help out with all of the tin on the front of the building. We've got the entire left gable end complete, entire left wall complete, and a majority of our right wall complete. We've got some big hang-ups though, and that's our doors, both garage doors and man doors. We still don't know when they're gonna be in, and they've been on order for a while. Man doors have been a shorter lead time than the garage doors, which we ordered in the beginning of July 2021. It seems like it's taking forever for those to come in. So I went out this morning and grabbed myself some more material. If you've ever seen the valuation of a car in wood on a trailer, this is what to look at. We've got some 3/4 inch tongue and groove plywood, which is for the floor that we need to build today. As you guys can see walking into the office, it looks just a little bit different. I'd apologize for the banging in the background, but I'm not going to, because that's the sweet sound of progress, guys. We're gonna get into work here really, really soon, but I just wanted to introduce you to some framed walls. Jake and I knocked all this out in just a few hours the other day, and it came out perfect. Everything is nice and braced as much as it could be before we actually start building what will be the ceiling of this recreation space. I'm gonna take you guys into the bathroom, not to make it weird, but just to show you the work that's been completed. We have to trim down our septic lines and our drain lines and everything like that, but we haven't gotten to that point yet. We're just trying to focus on a majority of the structure this morning. Dividing wall here for utility closet, and then coming into the primary space, we've got an area framed out for what will be the door, wide door, 46 inches, and then we've got 3 big windows here, 48 inches tall, 24 inches wide, so that way when we're chilling in here, we have a nice view as to what's going on out there. So this morning, guys, we are gonna be taking full advantage of our stack of 2x10s to build out all of our ceiling space for the framed out room. We've got to get all of these hung to the side of the wall and mounted up here on our top plates. We've got to get our joist hangers on, fastened, and then we're going to use all of that wood as our floor or our ceiling, call it what you will. We've got the boys up here cruising along. Scissor Rental, compliment to Lebanon Eagle Rental. Big thanks to those guys. And we've got Jared up there leading the show. My main man, Jared, thanks so much for your help, dude. We greatly appreciate it. They're just putting on our top plate before they start to run all of our ceiling. I can't wait to see this whole space evolve before our eyes. Over here at JDS Construction are setting the pace, to say the least. They're absolutely cruising. They've got 2 of 4 20-foot panels run on before and after. Look at that, guys. It's looking absolutely awesome. So we went with black roofing here in the building. I wanted to do something a little bit different. Later on, when we run our electric and lighting, we're gonna have to light this thing up, but the black ceiling is gonna play into the overall theme. Then we're gonna have that complements with what we're doing on the walls and what we're doing on the framed out recreation space. So check that out, guys. Jake and I have got all the joists on. We don't have our joist hangers on yet, so don't go calling us out in the comments. We are gonna get them in, sitting right in that box right there. Meanwhile, we need to start working on getting our tongue and groove 3/4 inch plywood up onto the ceiling. That way we can create a space for the boys over here to run all the tin on the ceiling. So we're gonna continue at it, jump in the skid steer, get all this wood lifted up on the ceiling. Hello, welcome to the second floor. Look at all that headroom. I know. So welcome on up here to the second floor, guys. It's awesome. We are making really good progress. Got pretty much all of the floor wrapped up and ready to rock and roll with our floor joists, our outer locking boards, and our plywood here. Fell short just by about 1 piece of plywood, but this is where we're gonna call it stopping time so we can let these guys continue doing what they do best. And by best, they are, man. They're absolutely crushing it. They've gotten half of the ceiling on the building done, and they're hoping to get done 2 more pieces, which are 20 foot each, which would almost complete us. But we are going to leave 1 section open just so that way we totally don't block ourselves out. And I still have to frame in what's going to be my access hole, probably right around this general vicinity, in case I have to ever get up in here, and when we blow in our insulation. You guys catch my drift. Whoa, look at the view change, guys. Just like that, we're in a completely different building. Shout out again to my buddy Jared over at JDS Construction. They build epic pole buildings, and they have been so busy, but they were willing to help us out and lend a hand to really maximize the time that we had with our scissor lift from Eagle Rental. I know without a question of a doubt, if it was Jake and I running this roof, we probably would have gotten halfway done, and definitely not nearly this far. The small little section open mostly because, well, A, we're running out of time, and B, we have just a little piece of ridge vent that's missing. That opening right there. And when it rains, that rain would actually sit on top of the metal, which we did not want, so we left that open for the time being until we can get that all covered up. We also have pretty much all of our framing done, all perfectly square, and it's locked in. it ain't going anywhere without a question of a doubt. Cooling down off a productive day like this, you kind of have to take a moment to pat yourself on the back, and then you immediately jump back into planning the next step, which for us is electrical and insulation. So you guys have been asking questions about when this is going to get poured. I'm not quite sure yet. I'd like to do it eventually. We're just kind of trying to finish off one section at a time to get that done, to plan for the next step. This is in the plan eventually. Our focus is really just trying to kind of tidy all of this up, get the building completely weather sealed, get all the tin on, and hopefully get our garage doors soon, because they are really holding us up with what we're going to be able to achieve. I've also got quotes coming in from insulation, so that is next on the agenda before we try to finish off any interior. And when we go to finish the interior, we are going to be planning the floor around that point in time. So if you guys haven't already, grab your entries for Dream Just giveaway number 20, aka Convict, and $30,000 cash if you haven't already, as that giveaway ends October 24th. They're buried behind all my 2A modified stone.